All right, let's dive right into this explainer and unpack a truly massive digital phenomenon. Today, we're zeroing in on an incredibly successful channel called Wildlife Planet Hindi. What's absolutely fascinating here is how premium global wildlife content, the kind of breathtaking footage you'd normally expect from massive international TV networks, is being brilliantly repackaged and tailored specifically for a highly engaged Hindi-speaking audience. It is literally a masterclass in audience targeting, and we're going to break down exactly how they pull it off.
And you know what hits you first? The sheer intensity of their messaging. The creators use this incredibly evocative language, phrases like nature's raw power and brutal survival, baked right into their metadata. They're not just taking you on a peaceful little stroll through the woods. They're promising a high-stakes, cinematic thrill ride. By leaning into this intense phrasing, they set up a very specific expectation. They completely understand that their viewers aren't just logging on for dry educational facts. They want the drama, the intensity, and the totally unfiltered reality of the wild. It's a brilliant first step in turning a casual scroller into a locked-in subscriber.
So let's move right into Section 1, the ultimate Amazon journey, exploring the dense canopy and mysterious creatures.
Which brings us to Section 2, apex predators and prey, the true stars of the jungle.
Because let's be honest, every great drama needs compelling lead characters, right? But down in the Amazon, we aren't talking about human actors. We're talking about the absolute apex of the food chain. Think about the crazy contrast in hunting styles between the jungle's most feared creatures. On one hand, you have the explosive, brutal force of deadly jaguars. And on the other, the terrifying, quiet stealth of silent anacondas. The channel explicitly puts these two titans side by side to deliver two totally different types of tension. With the jaguar, you get that raw, heart-pounding power of a big cat. With the anaconda, it's all about that suspenseful, creeping anticipation of a giant serpent. It is a perfect narrative balance that keeps you literally on the edge of your seat.
And that sets up Section 3 perfectly, the rules of survival, featuring unbelievable animal fights.
This is where the channel really turns the dial up to 11. It's not just about watching an animal sleep in a tree. It's about the explosion of action when these beasts actually cross paths. They specifically target massive algorithmic search terms to pull viewers into these epic matchups. We're talking king cobra versus mongoose, lion versus hyena. It's the ultimate survival of the fittest. By actively promising these high-octane predator versus prey battles, the channel acts like a magnet. Anyone out there searching for deadly predators or unfiltered natural drama is instantly sucked right into their content.
Now, you might be wondering, does this highly dramatic localized strategy actually work? Well, the numbers absolutely speak for themselves. Nearly 409,000 views. And get this, that's just on one single upload, accumulated in a mere 7 months. That is a staggering metric. It proves without a doubt that there is a massive, incredibly hungry appetite for wildlife content localized specifically for Hindi speakers. Taking premium documentary footage and framing it with intense, dramatic regional context isn't just some cute niche idea. It is a wildly successful formula that's reaching nearly 500,000 people.
Let's zoom out a bit for Section 4, Beyond the Rainforest, expanding the wildlife ecosystem. Because, actually, the Amazon is really just the starting line. This channel has successfully cultivated a dedicated, massive community of 114,000 subscribers by building an entire ecosystem of content. They strategically categorize this global wildlife drama into totally binge-worthy playlists. Think Lions of the Wild, Rise of the King, loaded with over 152 videos. Then there's Leopard and Cheetah, the Silent Assassins, packing more than 54 videos, alongside Africa's Deadliest, offering over 12 full documentaries. They aren't just throwing random clips at the wall to see what sticks. They are crafting a highly curated library designed to keep fans of deadly predators locked in and watching for hours on end.
But it all leads to a much deeper purpose in Section 5, the call for conservation, protecting our planet.
And this is the true genius of it all. Once you've captivated hundreds of thousands of people with the sheer majesty and brutality of nature, you suddenly have a massive megaphone to talk about how fragile it all is. Right there in the description, the creators explicitly urge their audience to wake up and spread awareness about 3 very real, urgent threats: habitat loss, poaching, and the creeping dangers of climate change. They totally realize that the unbelievable secrets and epic animal encounters they use to draw people in are in serious jeopardy. It's basically a brilliant Trojan horse. They hook you with the spectacle of the wild and then deliver a crucial message. The very animals we're obsessed with watching are fighting a much, much bigger battle for survival entirely off camera.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with something to really chew on. Will we actually act before the untold secrets of the Amazon are lost forever? The incredible success of Wildlife Planet Hindi proves that the passion for nature's raw power is there. The audience is absolutely massive. But the real challenge now is, how do we take that fascination and shift from being just passive viewers on a screen to active, real-world protectors of our global ecosystem? The numbers prove people care. Now it's about turning those views into action. Thanks so much for joining me today to unpack this awesome intersection of media and nature. Keep learning, stay curious, and keep asking those big questions.